who is the best female action actress in China? And they always say, action. I did a mistake. What's your most memorable experience working with Yuan Wuping?
我很主动地跟八爷说，我可不可以拜你为师？替了章子怡，《卧虎藏龙2》，我替了 Michelle， 然后就是张天志，然后我又替了 Michelle， 就是。
Are you able to have a relationship in this line of work? Today on the podcast, I am beyond excited to welcome one of the most extraordinary figures in modern Chinese action cinema, and her name is Zhou Xiaofei. I first met Xiaofei on a film directed by the legendary Hong Kong filmmaker Daniel Lee, and we became friends immediately. But what struck me most was not just her warmth and personality, but her mastery, her discipline, and her presence. Across China, I've spoken with some of the biggest directors and filmmakers, people who shape the very landscape of martial arts cinema. And every time I ask them, who is the best female wuxia actress and action performer? Without hesitation, they all say Zhou Xiaofei. She is a master of multiple martial arts, often called a Baguazhang master. She's worked as a stunt double and action performer for some of the biggest names in cinema, including Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Ziyi, two of the most recognized and powerful female actors on the planet. She has appeared in iconic films such as The Grandmaster, Master Z, Ye Wen's Legacy or Ip Man Legacy, Ip Man 4, and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. She's even left her mark on the international film starring Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan, The Karate Kid remake. Today, we get to hear her story, from her incredible beginnings as a child, training under intense conditions, and joining the military to hone her craft, to then stepping onto some of the most famous and renowned film sets in the world. We're going to dive into what it takes to become, in the eyes of many, the ultimate female martial artist and action actress. Zhou Xiaofei, it is an absolute honor to be here with you today. Thank you for joining us.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. For everyone that is listening, we are trying out some translation devices. So we're going to try some experiment today where I will be speaking English and Fei will be speaking in Chinese. So you get the real Zhou Xiaofei right here. Fei, I want to start off by saying that I've worked on a bunch of different projects all over China. I've met the top directors when I was a child, like Li Rengang, some of my favorite action directors, favorite filmmakers of all time around China. And every time I go to talk to them, I ask them two questions. One of those questions are, who is the best female wuxia action actress in China? And they always say, Zhou Xiaofei. What do you feel about being the best female action stunt woman in China?
什么感觉？我希望做得更好。
Going around China and building this reputation, what do you think was the number one thing that allowed you to have all these directors say this about you?
我觉得是我的幸运，他们能有机会跟他们合作，然后合作一次以后，可能他们从电影里面看到我，然后就会有一些制片人、导演，然后再让我去参加其他的一些项目，然后这是累积的、积累的。
So you believe it's just about creating more and more opportunities and more experience over time. But many other actresses are doing the same thing. So what allowed you to get all these fantastic roles? And why do we recognize you as one of the leaders for female martial art action inside China?
还不能所有，不是所有，我还希望有更多。然后，我觉得女生会打的，就是会动作的演员不是很多。这也是我比较幸运的地方，男生打的很多，女生还是少一些吧。
Outside of China, internationally, we have such an appreciation for the movie Ip Man, Ye Wen. 那个叶问的电影在中国，外面中国，我们都认识这个电影叫叶问。You have such a representation in this film and The Grandmaster. I want to ask you, what's it like being able to have those opportunities and work on those films?
一代宗师 Grandmaster 我有参与了4年，前期训练我就是上午练八卦掌，然后下午跟张震一起练8极拳，所以整个拍摄的周期是3年4个月，所以我一共参与了4年，所以我的感受非常的幸运，因为很少有一个电影人能够参与到 制作这么精良的这么一个电影里面。
The Grandmaster lasted 4 years of production.
Yes.
Wow, what took so long? Why did it take so long? Why was it 4 years of shooting? It's a beautiful movie.
第一，我是从那个导演找到我，最早是说我学八卦掌，是因为女一号要用，我学好之后，我先教他，如果他有一些他做不到的动作，我可以替他做，所以整个全程我是都在剧组里面的。就是章子怡小姐她在的时候，那我必须在，因为我跟她化一样的妆，去替她试光、试镜头去走。然后她不在的时候，可能会补拍，因为王家卫导演的风格真的就是可能从不同的角度、不停的景，然后不停的就是不同的故事，他会一直拍到他心中想要的样子。所以我们在电影上映之前，走进电影院之前，我都不知道会看到一个什么样的故事。
Wow, so it's just that the director Wong Kar-wai, he's very specific, yes?
我想是的。
Yeah, wow. I want to ask you another question. Everyone thinks that you are a Baguazhang master. Outside of China, you can go on YouTube and you can search Zhou Xiaofei and you will see that many videos say that you are this crazy Baguazhang master. But I know that you are a master of many different things. So why does everyone think that you are a Baguazhang master? And you have the same problem in China, yes? Everyone thinks, oh, Zhou Xiaofei is a Bagua master. Why is that?
对，首先我会觉得很荣幸，大家给我这么一个称呼，但是同时其实会困扰我，就是因为我其实除了八卦掌，我还会很多别的拳。我现在找到我的导演，然后都会说，哦，你用八卦掌。我说我拍很多八卦掌了，我说我还会其他的拳，他会说 no， 八卦掌是最好看的。OK， 所以我会希望。接下来的工作我还会有一些其他的拳的展示。
Yeah, very awesome. Yeah, I want to see you do a beautiful movie where you just specialize in jianshu. I think you are a sword master.
对，其实我的剑是拿过全国冠军的。
And I want to ask you about your childhood. Can you tell us the story of Zhou Xiaofei from the very beginning?
OK。我是5岁开始学的武术，然后因为我爸爸很喜欢，我们会有一些年轻人嘛，会有一些打架，然后当他跟我妈妈结婚以后，我妈妈就不允许他打架，所以他在培养我。
Okay, so your mom wouldn't allow him to fight, so he trained you. So then what was that like? What was it like training with your father?
当然他不是训练我打架了，就是因为现在武术运动有3个方面去传承嘛，一个是影视，一个是竞技的比赛，就是我们全国的比赛，我觉得还有一个就是传统的武术。其实传统的武术是真的能有对抗的，是真的能打的。所以我现在学很多的传统武术，会学习里面的招数，然后用到电影里面，就变成看起来非常的真实。
This is very interesting. What Fei is saying is that China utilizes a few different ways to pass martial arts down and to continue the culture of martial arts. In the olden days, what would happen is there would be street fights or underground fights. These were public displays of battle, and we would be able to see which master was the best. But then this finished for whatever reason in history. And then what came after that was competition sport, where athletes, which now today are practicing wushu, then find a way to somehow enter film. The best of them will find their way to movie sets. And so I believe that's obviously what's happened with Zhou Xiaofei. She's had a father who is one of the original mecha hardcore kung fu people of China. No more public street fighting. Okay, what do we do next? We still have to continue the culture of martial arts. Therefore, we give it to the next generation. The father gives it to Zhou Xiaofei, but she can't be a street fighter anymore. So what do we have to do? We have to send her off to learn competitive sport-based wushu. And then in her older years, she's saying that she will start to learn traditional martial art and learn the combative forms or movements that are hidden within the patterns of those martial art styles. And then if the athlete will find the way to the film set, they get to continue that way of passing martial arts down to the next generation. And this is why I do what I do, and I think this is why you do what you do, is we love martial arts and we want to give it to the next generation. And I think the best way to touch the most amount of people and their hearts is through making movies. And that's what you've ended up doing. So thank you for the whole world, because I know we love your movies and we love everything that you do. I just want to say thank you on behalf of the international audience. Thank you for continuing that legacy, and that is so important for me. I feel very emotional about that, so thank you.
是因为现在是一个很和平的年代，但是武术，是作为一种文化给传承下来了。然后很多里面一些它的精髓，或者它的一些武德，我们所谓的要做人，然后武德，这些是一种文化要传承下去。它很多武术的精神其实是非常好，非常好。如果把这个武术丢掉，我觉得是一种损失。所以用什么样的方式能把它传承下去，这也是我们在思考的问题。我最初，我做运动员的时候，我只是觉得 OK 打比赛，我拿冠军。那我从拍戏以后，我身上会有一点点传承的责任。这是我开始拍戏以后，我发现电影可以把武术让更多的人知道。包括我现在可能会教一些演员去，动作表演，就是也会希望从我这边能够让更多的，可能让世界上的人去了解武术，了解武术文化，了解一些可能历代的一些人是怎么武术是怎么演变到现在来的。所以我觉得电影是一个非常好的一个途径。
I agree with you. In this, we are exactly the same. Couldn't have said it better. That's one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard another martial artist say. The thing which I took away from what you just told me, the most important point, is that when we practice martial arts, it's a big loss. But if we can pass it on through the way of film or picture, the written word, then I think that's a really great way, and that's not a complete loss. Sometimes I have thought in my past, if I practice martial art by myself, perhaps I'm selfish and it is wasted energy. But if we can pass it on through the medium of film, which you have so beautifully put, then I think that is time well spent. Faye, I want to ask you, how did you get into competitive training? Did your parents have you train in the city that you grew up in, or did they send you to another province? How did it work?
我小时候我10岁的时候，他就把我送到北京体育大学，那个是一个，目前为止体育是个最高的学府。我才10岁，他就很忍心把我送给10岁，然后有5个小朋友一起。其实那个时候很小，我也很奇怪，我就不是特别想家。但是有一次我们都哭了，因为小朋友都在哭啊，想家。后来我好像被他们感染，我记得非常的清楚。我爸爸妈妈没有去北京看过我，可能他们在刻意的去锻炼我，我不知道。我爸爸把我当儿子一样，就是他会希望我变得很坚强，因为他喜欢武术嘛。对，所以他也希望我能够通过武术学习到一些东西，或者他会觉得。武术是一个特别的项目，因为文化是每个人都要学的，但是我有一个特殊的技能，就未来的生存也好。但我很幸运，我只学了这一个技能之后，我一直用到现在。而且我相信，我拍电影之后，这是我一辈子要去做的事情。之前刚练武术的时候，我不知道什么是武术，然后他们问你喜欢武术吗？我说喜欢，其实并不知道武术是什么。但我现在越来越深刻的，就为什么你一说要去采访这个事情，我觉得 OK， 就是把中国的武术能推向世界，或者让中国的那些人们也更喜欢武术的一个很好的一个途径。所以感谢你的采访，真的。
You're so welcome. Yeah, I think we have the same mission. Thank you for coming to do the interview. Okay, so your father sent you to Beijing and you decided that you liked martial arts, not knowing what you were going to get into. And then what happened later when it came time to go to university? What did you do next? Did you go to normal university?
没有，我是在我们江苏省队，然后参加全国的比赛。然后大学的时候是代表部队去打比赛，就是代表军队去打比赛。
So then you had to join the military to continue as a competitor. What was the reason for joining the military?
因为军队很酷，我觉得很酷。
我也觉得很酷。Yeah, Zhou Xiaofei says she thinks the military is cool. I also think the military is cool.
我尝试一切我觉得很酷的东西。
It is very cool. Good. And I know we've spoke before. You said that when you went to join the military, you didn't just practice Chinese wushu there. You practiced some other arts. Yes. What else did you practice in the military?
不可以说吧。
不可以说. She says I cannot say.
No.
What about other basic skills? Did they teach you physical conditioning? Maybe taekwondo? Did they teach you some wrestling? Any other kind of martial arts skills that you never learned before? Did the military teach you?
跆拳道这个是我拍戏以后学的，因为跆拳道的腿法非常的漂亮，武术的腿法就是其实武术也分套路跟散打嘛，散打其实攻击性比较强，但是作为电影把它变成一项艺术来讲，就不那么的好看，就是观赏性会差一点。所以我有学跆拳道，现代的一些搏击其实都有学，因为传统武术本身就是我的专项。当然，传统武术有非常多的门派，我才学了10几种，其实一共有100多种传统的武术门派，我会不停的学。我希望我也会跟更多的导演去合作，然后我希望每一部戏就像我拍那个 Grandmaster 一样，我可以学到一个技能，学到一个技能，学到一个技能。
Yeah, I also want.
其实我在部队里面没有学什么，就是我拍戏以后，在那个武京那边学校，它是有枪术啊、战术啊，这些都当然是为了服务于电影的那些基本的技能我都有学，还有骑马。然后未来可能我会学车，然后水下，因为那个东极岛的时候大部分都是水下的戏，这些我都是觉得作为一个动作演员，我要积累的更多，然后把它每一个我都能做得到。就如果导演说今天你演个什么样的人物，你需要什么，我说 OK 我会。
Yeah, that's very important. You have to learn everything. Yeah, martial arts skills is just one asset of being an action actor. You have to learn how to work under the water. You have to learn how to breathe under the water, film under the water, stay under the water. Even staying under the water without assisted breathing, you need to learn how to go deep and you need to learn how to stay under there because you never know what's going to happen. Horse riding is especially important. But we are very lucky. We have Inner Mongolia and we can go there and we can train very easy. Maybe we should go sometime. We should train horse skill together. Okay. Faye, I want to ask you one general question. Did you ever think when you entered the film industry you would be in the biggest, most legendary, epic Chinese martial art films of all time and people all over the world would be able to see your Baguazhang?
我相信每个人在选择某一项职业的时候都希望能做到最好，我也不例外。但是我觉得现在我的过程当中，我会把自己的心态放得很平，我觉得我能做到一点，我觉得我尽力了，这就好。当然我还肯定是希望有机会能做一部电影的女一号，这是我未来要努力的一个方向。
I also want to see you play the lead actress. I think many people all over the world, especially outside of China, we love you. We love you. We love the way that you fight on screen and we love your look and everything. We really want to see you as a main actress as well. And I think if I had all the money and the power in the world, I would choose you. You would be my main actress. That's what I would do.
Okay, thank you.
So yeah, I hope everyone understands that Zhou Xiaofei is stunt doubling some of the biggest, craziest blockbuster female action actors in China. She's working with Michelle Yeoh, Zhang Ziyi. What is the biggest lesson you have learnt that you carry with yourself every day?
我希望每天都会有一个新的挑战，这是真的。就是如果一成不变的在工作会很无聊，所以这也是我为什么选择了这个工作的原因。我觉得它会有很新鲜的，你演不同的角色，你用不同的动作，然后你跟不同的导演去合作，这个是让我体验到了那个角色不同的人生，这是对我是非常欣喜的一件事情，就是我选的我的职业，我非常热爱的。
Cool. Yeah, me too. I find if I do some other kind of work, I get too bored too quickly. And I think working in the film industry and specifically working in action departments it keeps me on my toes. It keeps me guessing, and every time there's a new film, there's a new challenge, there's a new mission, there's always a different way or a different problem that you have to figure out. And so I think, when your brain is fired and it's working quickly, we need to be in this kind of chaos, and it allows us to constantly solve problems. And I think as martial artists, that's what we thrive on. We thrive on solving very big problems in very short amounts of time. So yeah, I think we're both on the same page there.
对，所以我现在也在尝试做动作指导，就是之前都是我也跟着八爷袁和平做了3部戏，就叶问4啊的副指导，所以我去年也自己开始做动作指导，又是一种新的尝试，因为我开始把我学过的东西变成招数，根据演员的角色给它呈现到那个大的荧幕上去，这又是一个新的挑战，这是我正在做的事情。当然我不会放弃我的演员，因为那是我的梦想。
That's so cool. That's so fantastic. That's so great.
那还需要很多很多的努力。
Yeah.
我会跟很多前辈去学习探讨，让我更深刻的去了解电影，然后每一部电影后面的历史。
I want to talk about when you were in the military, what made you decide to leave the military and start working in film?
是因为有一个很有名的一个香港的导演，他在看我比赛的时候，他觉得这个小女孩，因为我在练武术里面人算是比较高的了，然后他就邀请我来去拍电影，但那时候我还在军队里面，所以没办法出来。那我可能这跟我的自己的性格就是有一点点的关系了。我是觉得那种稳定的军队，我们相对比较稳定，可能你去教课，然后我有军衔以及往上涨，但是拍电影这项工作对我来讲是新鲜的、刺激的，所以我会放弃了比较稳定的工作，选择了这个职业。最早我的家人是不太理解的，因为他觉得女孩子嘛，就是女生有一个稳定的工作，将来结婚、嫁人、生个 BB 这样子的。但是我选择了，有一度其实挺难的，有一度很难，就是你刚刚来，也没有很多人认识你，然后可能真的连饭都不一定吃得上，会有那么一段时间。但是所幸我觉得我坚持下来了，所以我是先做的演员，然后那个 Grandmaster 的时候是我觉得我想就跟我的那个经纪人导演，我说要跟他我说学习一下动作组的东西，所以我愿意去教女一号。如果她做不到动作，我可以去尝试帮她做。这个对我来讲其实也是一份新的工作。因为参加了那个 Grandmaster 之后，才有我认识了袁和平导演，才有后面功夫梦然后才有了那个卧虎藏龙2。所以人生很奇妙，你不知道某一个决定将会对你整个人生会产生一个很大的一个变化。
Very nicely said, beautiful. Okay, so you've worked with some of the biggest names in the business, the biggest Chinese action stars, actors of all time, Michelle Yeoh, Zhang Ziyi, Donnie Yen. You're working with Yuen Woo-ping, Bai Ye. Who is your favorite to work with and why?
我喜欢和所有优秀的人合作。
Okay, let me ask another question. What's your most memorable experience from working with Yuen Woo-ping?
我觉得八爷就是袁和平导演是一个非常和蔼的人，可能他这个年纪了。然后你知道那个 Grandmaster 的时候，王家卫导演会一遍一遍的拍，他就可以啊，很好啊 ，OK 哦，就是对我印象非常的深刻，他就是这样，就是他作为这么一个前辈，然后他会毫无保留的说来，因为我叫他师傅的，他说我可能教不了你什么东西。你要现场看，我是唯一可以进到他的剪辑房的，就是他在剪片，他说小飞你来看，他也不会教，他就说你看，就是我自己会在现场拍，然后剪完以后，我再看到真正呈现出来的东西的时候，这个学习的过程，我觉得这是袁和平导演给我最大的一个感触，他会没有什么保留的，那既然愿意教你，他就会把最好的。就是我认为最好的就是我能进他的剪辑室给到我。
Wow, that's amazing. So you're saying that Yuen Woo-ping invites you into the editing room and he says, okay, you can observe, but I'm not going to teach you anything. You learn by yourself. Is that correct?
袁和平导演他不是不会教我任何东西，而是他不是一个特别擅长用语言表达说告诉你这个怎么做。他的教我的方式就是我给你看。我把我最精华的东西 你要自己去学，因为现场拍完剪辑这个过程是非常重要的，他靠我自己去学，他的教学的方式就是这样，所以我非常的幸运。我非常幸运。
Yeah, he learned on his own, so therefore he wants the student to learn on their own as well. Every time I've seen you on set with Yuan Wuping right next to you, I get the feeling, you are the assistant director on Ip Man 4. I get the feeling when you're working with him on set, assisting him, are you a disciple for him? Does he have many students like you, or are you the only one that he's trying to train to become the next big action director?
是的，是的，至少是唯一的女徒弟。然后在现场的时候，基本上是袁和平导演他去现场，我就跟着他，然后他回到那个监视器那儿，我也会站着。第一次跟着导演的时候，我觉得非常的辛苦，因为一整天我是没有做的，这是跟演员很大的区别。演员可以演完这一段你可以休息，一整天都是一直在跑。八爷的精力又很旺盛，所以那个对我来讲是很难忘的经历。我跟着八爷3部戏之后，我才有信心说，哎，现在东基岛找我 ，OK， 我敢接，因为我好像学到一些东西，储备了一些东西之后，有机会把它做出来，然后跟这些大的导演合作，我也知道他们的一些工作方式啊什么的。东基岛也是很大的一部戏，然后有新的导演、新的工作方式，就是让我在结合以前，对我来讲又多了很多的工作经验。
Okay, so let me get this straight. You are the disciple for Yuan Wuping right now. So that means you're on set, you're tailing him, you're walking around learning everything. So one day when the master has gone on to the next phase of life, you will be the last living representation of everything that's in his brain. It will be hopefully secured and safe inside your brain. I'm just trying to understand, why do you think he chose you to be the disciple, to be the apprentice, and to give you all his beautiful secrets and knowledge? Why do you think he chose you? That's so beautiful. I'm so jealous.
从一代宗师开始，我就认识到他，然后我替了章子怡，然后那个《卧虎藏龙2》，我替了 Michelle， 然后就是张天志，然后我又替了 Michelle， 就是我很主动的跟八爷说，我可不可以拜你为师
Wow, that's so beautiful. So simply, you asked the master, can I be your disciple? And he said yes. Okay, give me his phone number. I will call him tonight. I will ask him, can I? Yes? All right. Let's go. Okay. All right. We have a really cool story to tell you. Allow me to introduce the most important character of The Karate Kid with Jaden Smith. I'm serious. The most important character in The Karate Kid is the character that allowed Jaden Smith to defeat the final boss. And Jaden Smith could only defeat the final boss with his snake fist. The only reason why he won was because of the secret snake fist movement. Therefore, without you, there would be no Karate Kid. I know you have some funny, beautiful stories from set. Can you tell us about the experience about being the most important character in The Karate Kid?
是因为他们那时候是成家班，在套招的时候，然后我去，然后他们知道我能做这个动作，最早他们是希望我能替那个原本的一个年纪比较大的一个老者去能不能替他，但那时候我说我不做替身，我只做演员，但是我跟他们关系非常好，我就说 OK。我可以去帮忙，你不用给我任何的薪水，也不要打我的名字，我真的是去帮忙。但是到了那个拍摄的地方之后，那个威尔·史密斯非常喜欢那个井，他喜欢那个龙头，希望演员能够站到上面去。但是那个时候选的那个老者就年纪有点大，他不敢上去，所以当然我觉得那个威尔·史密斯跟导演那个时候是会有一个非常大的分歧，导演觉得我太年轻了。不太适合那个角色，他希望能够训到蛇的那个状态，一定是一个年纪很大的，隐在山里面很多年的那样一个人。但是威尔·史密斯他想要那个景，其实有僵持，那我人已经到那儿了。然后他给我试戏，就在酒店有个餐厅，有一个花瓶，有那个一朵玫瑰花，那威尔·史密斯就让我对着那个花。就是让我 focus， 他一直跟我讲 focus， 我感觉我看了有10分钟，当然应该是没有，只有2-3分钟，但是我感觉好漫长，一直我在看什么，focus，OK，focus。后来我才知道，哦，那个角色需要我，所以我还是觉得挺幸运的。威尔史密斯坚持要用我，所以后面对化妆师也是有个毛病，因为太临时了。那我说 OK， 我只是化妆师，我不是特效化妆师，所以尽量他们说帮我画一点法令纹，画一点斑啊什么的，就是尽量显得年纪稍微大一些。但是所有的都是我很幸运有这样的机会，而且这部戏在国外能够那么好，让大家都知道我，所以我越来越相信这种缘分，就是整个电影是世界上的这么一个缘分，通过中国的功夫跟世界上的一个电影有个连接，我觉得功夫是一个非常大的工程。
It is. Kung Fu is a very large undertaking. It's why I came to China. It's why I'm sitting here with you now, because these beautiful moments in these movies, and especially Yuen Wu-ping himself, it's like he just created this beautiful art. I'm there all the way in Australia. I fall in love with it, and it pulls my entire spirit. I give up my life. I give up everything. I give up university. I go to China just to be around people like you. So it's transcendent. It's beautiful what Chinese Kung Fu can do. But after spending 10 years here in China, I believe it's not just Chinese Kung Fu. I believe it's the depth of the Chinese culture. I think that the depth of Kung Fu can be found in the Chinese culture. The Chinese culture is the spirit of Chinese Kung Fu. And I think this is what sets Chinese martial arts apart from every other martial art on earth. It's transcendent, it's artistic, it's beautiful, and it's enough to make a young, ugly kid leave his home and head to China forever to live out his Kung Fu dream.
你的功夫也很厉害，所以很开心，越来越多的人喜欢功夫，
Yes.
喜欢中国功夫。
And you're a big part of that. It's thanks to you and people like you that allow people to fall in love with Kung Fu. Fei, you've suffered some big injuries in your past. What's the biggest injury working as a martial art actress?
哦，是的，我的膝盖前交叉韧带断。
Her knee, ligament, ACL, 前面的韧带。
前交叉韧带。
The ACL is
其实
torn.
那个动作非常的简单，只是一个翻身跳，但可能我的力量比较大，然后在一个草地上，可能有点高，一个发力就断了。所以那个时候我是觉得啊，原来人这么脆弱，这么容易就断了。以前觉得哦，腿断了很严重，其实就是这么容易。所以我现在在教学生的时候，我会一定要提醒他们，越简单的动作其实越容易受伤，因为很难的动作你会做好很多的准备，你的思想就是 focus 你是很集中的，但是简单的动作你看到那个地形啪一下就受伤。那个受伤之后我又恢复了半年，然后才去参加了那个一代宗师的前期的训练，那个也帮助我很大的程度的恢复了，加快了它恢复的速度。
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? I think the most amount of people, especially in the action world and other athletes, because I'm a coach, I train with all different kinds of sportsmen. Commonly, it is the basic movements where we think that we're fine. We're not thinking. We just jump, we toss, we do whatever we're going to do, and then boom, the knee breaks. I did the exact same thing with my right knee. Is it your right knee or your left knee? I broke my right knee.
我也是有。
Yes!
Yes!
We both broke the right knee. Okay. All right. Okay, what advice can you give to other martial artists then to avoid injuries?
哦，对，所以我现在在现场，对于演员来讲，我就会提醒，比如一定要先看周围的环境，你要先去试，然后如果以我的经验，我会告诉他这个动作非常容易受伤，你要做好充分的准备。我觉得这是一个很 OK， 虽然不希望我受伤，可是当你受伤以后，它又变成我的一个财富。我会更加有效的避免自己受伤，避免演员受伤，避免学生受伤。这也现在也是我给他们演员教课的时候一样很重要，就懂得保护自己。
All right, I have a few fun questions for you. Are you ready?
OK.
Okay. Who is your favorite martial arts actor and why? Because she has to go and hang out with them all the time, so she cannot pick one over the other. But you must have a favorite martial arts actor. It can be from long ago, today. It can be from America, Korea, Japan, England, any country. Who is your favorite? Yuan Wuping also used to be an actor, remember?
我喜欢 Mel Gibson.
Hey, Mel Gibson, an Australian.
Yes.
Mel Gibson, I hope you're watching. She loves you. Okay, great. Okay, do you like ice cream?
Of course.
Okay, you do. All right, good. That's good. Because
Of course.
我也喜欢冰淇淋. I also like
我以为
ice
他
cream.
翻译错。
Okay, good. What's your favorite American action film and why?
我喜欢很多美国动作片，真的，因为它很刺激，然后非常的真实。它跟中国的武侠片是一个完全两种类型的不一样的东西。那有时候中国的一些文化，它会展现含蓄，然后动作优美，但是我觉得美国那种动作大片，它真的从视觉上来讲，从真实性来讲，他们就会带给我们非常震撼，就我很喜欢很多美国电影我都非常喜欢。然后其实美国的文艺片我也很喜欢，不光是美国的，就很多国家那些文艺片讲人的，人的心理。我觉得动作片的演员他也是演员，你也会有不同的角色，所以还是要对人物的人性会有一个了解。然后我们也会通过电影去了解其他国家的文化，然后通过这个是我觉得真的我爱电影。
Yeah, perfect. I can see you're a very deep thinker. But can you tell me what is your favorite ice cream flavor?
哦，香草。
Xiang Cao, she likes vanilla. Okay. Who's better at martial arts, Michelle Yao or Zhang Ziyi? Me. All right. Okay, I'll take it because
我不要得罪人。
Okay, great.
那么 just kidding.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
just kidding.
All right. Okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm just kidding too. Okay.
哦，你太坏了 ，so bad.
Okay, obviously, you've mastered yourself. You're the best at what you do in China, in my opinion, which means I think Chinese martial art films really hold the standard for authenticity in martial art and action in the world. It's why I came to China, because I think China's the best at it. You've obviously mastered yourself within that world.
我想做一个更全面的动作演员。我目前比较擅长的是传统的武术，就是武侠类的电影。那其实动作片的类型有分很多种，有那种战争的，就是枪械的，然后也有比较写意的。我们所谓写意就是很优美的，当然也会有一些很真实的 punch 那种打。对，所以我还希望我做得更加全面。我觉得大家对我的认可是武侠方面的，所以我现在更多的我希望是学一些搏击类的，然后所以做一个合格的动作演员，而不是说 OK 传统武术找周小飞。我希望更多的让大家，所以我不要只是八卦掌。OK。
They will just think you're a bagua master forever. Yeah, we have to try to change that. And what about more performance-based work in the film industry? Would you ever do movies that don't have action?
是，我也努力。哦，当然，我有演过一个农村的一个妇女，我就很喜欢，因为我觉得那个大家才是觉得我是一个演员，而不仅仅只是一个动作演员。我觉得真的好莱坞那些演员非常的厉害，他们文戏、动作戏全部都可以。这个可能是我们所有动作演员都是想去挑战的这么一件事情。有李连杰大哥，然后成龙大哥，他们也都在尝试说，跟动作没有关系，我们是可以演戏的，我们是一个演员，而不会加上一个标签动作演员。
I didn't know this, but have you had the chance to work with Jet Li?
我很期待。前一段时间刚见到他，他在做功夫 dancing，就是他也希望把武术让更多的人去知道，所以他在做这件事情。然后我们有合作，就是把功夫跟舞蹈结合起来，让年轻人喜欢。我觉得年轻人才是真正的未来武术的一个希望。
He's starting a program where he teaches people how to mix martial arts with dance?
是的。
Really?
是的。
Wow. Where is this? Where can we find out more about this?
抖音可以看到。
Oh, wow.
他正在慢慢的把它做出来。
Okay. Wow, fantastic. I never knew that. All right, I want to get a little bit personal. Beyond your career, can we talk a little bit about personal relationships, family life? What's it like to have a personal relationship, go to set, work on action movies for months at a time. Are you able to have a relationship in this line of work?
所以我还单身。没有，我会有一些恋爱，然后也会尽可能的让一段关系去长久。可是因为我的职业的原因，可能这也是唯一，不算是唯一，就是我能坚持到一个女的动作演员，我还能坚持到现在的一个原因。如果一旦可能结婚了，或者我生 baby 了，可能会对我的工作会有一点影响。当然，我也希望，我现在依然希望能够遇到那个让我 OK， 我为了他，我可以给他生个孩子，哪怕让我的事业稍微停一停，我还是很渴望爱情的。但是，一点点遗憾，我现在可能更多的在工作，然后，除非我很快能遇到一个人非常懂我的人，就可以有大家虽然不是经常见面，但是那种感情可能反而因为偶尔的见面会更好。
Yeah, that's right. There's two sides to the coin, right? It's difficult sometimes to hold a relationship, but then on the other side, it's nice to be apart and then see your lover or your other half at a later time. That's nice. So it's good to have some distance. I know a lot of people in the film industry, they have relationships as well, and they tell me themselves, whether they're directors, producers, actors, by being away for long periods of time, it's really hard for them to maintain a healthy relationship. What's your best advice for these people?
信任非常重要。就是我很多人嘛，如果分开就会觉得你在干嘛？你在干嘛？我很怕，因为我一旦建立这种关系，我就会完全的信任。那我希望我的另一半也要完全信任我。我觉得这是一个很良好的，而不是你在干嘛？这是挺大的一个问题的。
Super important.
如果我不够喜欢你了，我会告诉你 OK， 我们可以分开，因为不太合适。但没有讲这话之前，我可能觉得我们的关系就是应该是稳定的，彼此信任的。有问题要出来沟通。可是，我还没有遇到那个跟我这么契合的人。我觉得跟我的工作有关系，因为你想我是动作演员，我可能经常在一起就是一帮男人，动作组大部分都是男的。然后我的性格也是嘎嘎嘎嘎的，可能会有一些男人不太，但是我真的，但是我热爱我的工作，所以我想遇到那个能够真的理解我的工作，接受我的工作，接受我的性格，接受所有。
Beautiful.
因为工作的时候我跟他们沟通，我非常快乐。
I think you will, undoubtedly. You will meet someone that will accept your situation, undoubtedly. And if not, we'll take care of them. Okay. Here's another fun question. If you could go back 10 years ago, or if you could give yourself one piece of advice when you started in the industry, what advice would you give yourself?
不要受伤，因为还是会有一些影响。
Yeah.
更好的建议，目前我觉得我一直都在朝好的方向走，所以 OK， 没有什么后悔的。我就任何一个工作到我手上，我很努力的去做了，所以就不会有什么遗憾。
So kind of two pieces of advice I hear from you. One, do not get hurt. Really bad, don't do it. But that's so hard to tell someone because when we're young, we think we're unstoppable and we think we're unbreakable and we just want to prove ourselves and show our abilities and skills and strength. And you're excited when you're young and you're working on a movie, so people get hurt. It's really hard. But the body is not as strong as you may think, and you do have to be careful. The other takeaway, work your ass off. Work really hard. Never stop working. Give everything you've got. Because when you get to the end of your mission or you get to the top of the mountain, you will ask yourself, how did I climb this mountain? Did I climb it soft? Was I weak? Did I complain? Or did I climb the mountain full force and go to the top 100 kilometers per hour? And then when you're at the top, you think to yourself, wow, I'm proud of myself. I climbed that mountain better than the other man next to me or woman. And I think that's really important. So that's the second takeaway. That's beautiful. Faye, I would like to ask you one last question. You have many fans, big international fans out there that love your movies and love the ones that you're in. If you could have one opportunity to tell them something, now would be that time. Is there anything you would like to tell your fans outside of China?
我 首先很感谢他们会喜欢我，但我觉得我做的还不够。我希望我能够给他们更多的好的作品，让他们更喜欢我。
Everyone that I talk to outside of China, they love you and they want to see you do more. I want to see you do more. So don't stop working, keep working really hard. We want to see you up there starring in your own film. They say, oh, you're going to do an interview with Zhou Xiaofei. I love her in Ip Man 4. Oh my God. And it's true, you're fantastic in that one. I love The Grandmaster. We all love these movies and we do want to see you do more. So keep in touch with us. Let us know what you're doing. We would love to have you back. As soon as you do another big project, big movie, please say hi to the boss. Say hi to Yuan Wu Ping from Troy. Show him this interview. Thank you very much for coming today. Everyone else who's out there watching, head over to www.moviemartialarts.com if you want to enhance your career in movie martial arts, filmmaking, or action. We have a great course there where you can get stuck into it and get your career going. Okay, cool, Faye. Yeah, all right, let's go. That was great. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Okay, we can cut.拍完了, yeah! If you want to level up your skills in acting, stunt work, filmmaking, hit subscribe, follow along, click the video to my right on this screen and learn more practical exercises, career tips, help you stand out and land work. I want you guys doing what you love, and that's what this channel's all about. So stay cool, check that video out, and I'll see you in the next one.